Good morning to you. Yeah, we're with Melissa May. She's a League of United Latin American Citizens. She's with them, and they're a bipartisan group. We're going to talk to her about some of the main issues. The race you just mentioned is the 41st Congressional District, and that mainly impacts Riverside County. We're in San Bernardino County right now, but it's all part of the Inland Empire, and that could impact the balance of the House. It's super important. We're going to speak to an expert on that in the next hour. Another important measure that they're looking at that impacts Ontario directly where we are is Measure EE, where they're actually talking about succeeding from the state of California, San Bernardino County. So could that actually happen? There's so many things to break down. Melissa, thank you for talking to us. First and foremost, what's your message today as it's raining for voters who are going to go out and maybe vote? They should brave the rain.
Yes, do not let the rain stop you. The rain shouldn't actually be an issue when it comes to voting. You should be getting out and voting no matter what the circumstance is, because our democracy only functions and works as long as people are actually participating in the process. So voting is so crucial and important because a lot of people say, well, why should I vote? My vote doesn't matter. It doesn't count. But in reality, that's not true, because when people are running campaigns, the first people that they're looking to target and they're looking to actually go and talk to are the people who vote consistently and vote every single time.
They're getting involved.
They're getting involved. So if you vote every single election, midterm, general, primary, every single time, that actually goes into the record. And when people are running for office and elected officials are in office, they look at the numbers of the people who are actually turning out to vote. And they go and they talk to the people who are voting because they know that they can count on them to go vote.
Melissa, let's talk about the issues that you care about most that are impacting the Inland Empire and Ontario specifically.
So we have two issues right now. One's on the ballot for today, and this is why it's so crucial to get out and vote. Measure Q is one of the issues that's going to be on the ballot for voters to decide. Normally, City Council can decide these measures and put them, on the council meetings and actually vote for them. However, in this case, they put it on the ballot for the people. So now it's up to us to figure out, do we want to be taxed? Do we want our sales tax to go up by 1%? Can we afford it in a time where gas prices are extremely high, affordable housing isn't affordable, and people are struggling with living with livable wages? So although, yes, we do need to, there are times when we do need to tax and we do need to be able to keep up and pay for the city services that we do need in order to function, there's also a time and a place as to when we need to have those things. And right now isn't the time. It just isn't. People are struggling to pay rent or put food on their table.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Any final words you want to leave us with before we let you go?
Well, I would say that voting impacts us in our lives every single day, especially at the local level. So a lot of people pay attention to national politics, but really what matters the most is local politics, because that's what's going to affect you day in and day out, whether you realize it or not, from getting your trash picked up to the sales tax increases. Everything you do, go to city council meetings, get involved, educate yourselves. You can watch it from TV, you can go, you don't even have to speak, just watch how people are voting, and then educate yourselves on those issues with organizations such as LULAC and the Center for Community Action and Environmental Justice. We're here, the League of Women Voters. We're here to help voters understand the issues if it's too complicated.
We appreciate you and all you do and your passion for your community. Thank you, Melissa, for talking to us and informing us a bit here. Coming up in the next hour, we're going to hear about those races, or the measure in the 41st Congressional District I talked about. Tony, so much has changed because of the redistricting, which a lot of people don't realize, and that's really changed the game because races that were predominantly Republican-leaning before are now more Democratic-leaning and vice versa. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, and we'll have much more for you coming up later in the show. For now,
she absolutely made a very interesting point, and it goes back to that old adage, all politics is local. All right, Christina, thanks so much, and we look forward to your report.